Welcome to hashtag All Podcasts Matter presents
just a regular ass movie review.
The Dead Don't Die.
And if you forget the title of the shit, they'll remind you.
This film is pretty meta, to the point that is detrimental to the film.
What you mean meta?
Meta is when it's a piece of media, but it references the fact that it is a piece of media, like in third person. It's like Deadpool kind of shit.
They made a fourth person, but they broke the fourth wall.
That's what meta means.
And then the first time they did it, I was cracking up. I was like, ah. Then they was like, no. We're fully aware we are a movie, and we are a movie.
The first time was cool.
Yeah.
Then it leaned into it like really hard.
Yeah. If you have Instagram or Twitter and this movie pops up, read the comments. I'm an advocate of reading the comics unless it's your own shit. Actually, even if it's your own shit. Our shit's fire. Only bad comment we've ever had was criticism, which was awesome, and one was racism.
We have had some racist comments. We have had a person who was mad at us because we went too hard on Donald Trump, which is interesting.
And honestly, we're like NPR. All we do is say the facts.
Also,
and then fuck Donald Trump.
Someone left an iTunes comment. I just want to let you know if you're still listening. Of course they are, because who would stop listening to us? How can they find earlier episodes prior to the ones that are listed on Google Play or iTunes? Check SoundCloud, because the other aggregators can only hold 250 episodes, but we have more than that available on SoundCloud. So,
yep.
Just so you know.
We're about to reach 300 episodes, and I promised it's going to be a episode where we do a DNA test.
Oh, yeah, we're going to do that.
And I found out I'm 80% Caucasian American, and I'm acting so different. Like, sir. I know my credit score says this one thing, but I'm also, here's my 23andMe.
First, I just want to say fuck you for making that credit score joke, because that's where I wanted to go with it.
You took my Old Town Road joke earlier.
I did. I should have pushed you out the chair. I'm like, nah, fuck you, nigga. That's my joke.
But yeah, that's going to be a fun joke. I'm coming in the kilt.
Roddy Piper was my favorite wrestler growing up. This is filmed by Jim Jarmusch. To be honest with you, he's like a director that makes movies and has a lot of them. I'm not familiar with any of them.
Name them.
All right, let's go.
He did that one, you said, right? He did Ghost Dog?
He did Ghost Dog, and I'm like, oh, I'm familiar with that shit.
Never seen it. That's before I knew Forrest Whitaker actually had hands, and that's my fault. It was also before the internet was a real thing, though.
It was. That was almost pre-internet. There was only two websites. There's Captain Planet and lots of pornography.
Yes. I once tried to look up DX, and I typed in suckit.com. Wrong.
You're like, needless to say, it was a very productive afternoon.
But I always knew how to erase the browsing history.
That was the first thing I learned.
Yeah. Shout out to Tech Academy.
I wouldn't name his films, but I don't think you know any of them.
Hey, bro. Hey.
All right. The Limits of Control.
Nope.
Broken Flowers.
Nope.
Coffee and Cigarettes.
Nope.
It has RZA and Bill Murray. Dead Man.
Nope.
Night on Earth.
Nope.
Mystery Train.
Nope.
See? Down by Law.
Nope.
Strangers in Paradise.
Nope.
Permanent Vacation.
Yeah.
Really?
Nope. I had to throw one of those. All right, fine.
Yeah.
But he has a long ass IMDb. Are these all short films or just?
Yeah, it's like 29 movies. There's a few short films in there, but it's mostly a film.
So he's that. He gets that work.
You could have said. I feel like you could have said it with the hard R. You were gonna say it, right?
No, I'm gonna say nigga.
I know. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he said nigga.
I do want to point out that Steve Buscemi's character his name is Farmer Frank Miller, and he plays kind of a racist, making a reference to the comic book author Frank Miller.
He was a racist?
He's low key a racist. Actually, I don't know if it's low. It's pretty high key.
Okay. Well, he had a shirt that said he had a hat that says "Make America White Again." It could have just said "Make America Great Again," and his jokes would have still flew. But they had to go extra. This film is the opposite of subtle. I don't know what it is.
This movie yelled the whole time.
Okay.
I
know Ludacris is a great rapper. I never liked Ludacris as a rapper though.
It's fucked up. Did you even try?
Yeah. I listen to Coffee and Beer.
Coffee and beer.
Chicken and beer.
Wow.
Chicken
Wow, that shows that you didn't listen. I think that was Little.
I listened to the first album.
I think that was Little Christ. That was someone else.
I listened to the first album, which was dope, and it was heavily Timberland, right? I be that nigga named Luda, aka.
Timbo.
Oh no, that was a Timbo album. Never mind. I have never listened to a Ludacris album.
I just see I knew you didn't. Vic just be saying stuff. I'm like, yeah, I mean, I don't like blue cheese. I mean, I read about it once.
First of all, I love blue cheese.
I never had it though.
Hey, I love blue cheese. I love all kinds of stinky cheese, bro. Oh, this movie.
Yeah.
So this is a zombie movie, and this is a zombie comedy.
It's a
zombie.
zombie.
No. That's my thing.
No, I do this.
No, you don't.
I do this.
I do the word magic.
No, this is the thing that I do.
I go zombie. I go zombie comedy.
That's an actual term. You didn't create that amount.
No, but I do that whole thing of taking one word, a next word, putting them together.
I mean, yeah, it is a thing that you do.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
All right.
This opens in Nowhereville, California, maybe Michigan. No, it's a little bit too warm.
I would say it's Middle America.
Yeah. So how does the movie open? I forgot. Was it open with who played the hermit?
The hermit is played by not Steve Buscemi, Tom Waits.
No.
Yeah, I don't know who Tom Waits is.
No. That was a famous person who was doing the person. I know that
Tom
voice.
Waits is a famous person.
No, the guy that played Hermit Fred or whatever his name.
Hermit Bob. Yes, Tom Waits. I'm in the MDib right now. Why do you trust me, Vic?
No, that's not who that was, bro. Go ahead.
Okay, you've seen the movie more recently than I have,
Mm-hmm.
so you're gonna have to be taking the lead on this review.
Cool.
I took no notes.
So,
we didn't discuss reviewing this film prior, so my apologies, listening audience.
No, I get out the movie and I was like, "Hey, bro, don't go see this movie." And he goes like, "Too late. I wish you would have."
I already have, and then we didn't discuss reviewing it before. Usually, we have this discussion prior to seeing movies, like, "Hey, would you like to possibly review this film?" And it just kind of turned out that we both had seen it, and so here we are.
Mm-hmm.
Because we like to review movies. We like to watch movies even when we're not working.
Well, I thought this movie was going to be better than it was.
No, the thing was that we had talked a little bit prior, and there was a whole lot of movies coming out at the same time, and that you were a little bit worried this movie might be a little too Wes Anderson, and it was.
Tom Waits, huh? Who the fuck is Tom Waits?
I don't know. I don't know who Tom Waits is.
I thought he was like... All right, fine. I thought he was somebody different.
You could have just looked right here. I could have tilted the computer.
I have boxes in my way.
You went through all that effort.
I have boxes in my way.
You went through all that effort.
I have boxes in my way.
Why didn't you believe me? I don't. You know I don't know who Tom Waits is. You know that.
So, the film opens up on Bill Murray and Adam Driver. I don't know their names. Pulling up on Tom Waits and says, "Hey,
Hermit Bob.
Hermit Bob. They see some shack and a squirrel with flies on it. It's like, Hermit Bob, Farmer Fred said you stole his chicken, and expletive. He's like, fuck you, fuck Farmer Fred. He's racist and shit like that. And then we know we're in a small town because he actually shoots at the police. It was a warning shot, but it was like a dick warning shot.
He does, and Bill Murray tells Adam to lower his riffle, and he does.
Mm-hmm. He was about to perforate the motherfucker.
Oh, he was. He probably should have.
Mm-hmm. But then we couldn't get the unsubtlety of the whole point of the movie. Hey, here's the point of the movie at the end of the movie, and I'm going to say it out loud.
This movie definitely insulted the audience's intelligence and left no room for thought or interpretation.
Except for
because you don't want that.
Mm-mm. So he says, "I didn't steal no chickens. Hey, Chip, fuck you." Talking to Bill Murray's character. So they let him go. And so they're driving home, and he's like, "Should we arrest him?" He's like, "Nah, he's just a crazy guy in the bin." He's like, "We used to go to school together, shit like that, blah, blah, blah." And then...
That must have been 50 years ago.
Then they did that shit. Me and my mom just did that shit. A conversation about 50 years ago, and I'm not going to do that. So the title is The Dead Don't Die. At the beginning of the movie, we get a long-ass song about the dead don't die. And they show all the people that in the movie, the RZA, Selena Gomez, for some reason.
I kind of forgot she was a person.
Mm-hmm.
Did you?
No. I love Selena Gomez. And so the song starts playing, and the radio starts not working. The dispatcher starts cutting out, then the ham radio, and then the Dead Don't Die comes on the radio.
And the cell phones don't work either. The batteries just die.
Which it works in some time. Anyway.
Oh yeah. So this is the part where they discover that there's.
Whoa. So the Dead Doesn't Die starts playing on the radio, the theme song of the movie, and Bill Murray's like, "Why is this song familiar? Man, this song is familiar." And Adam Driver goes to him and says, "Oh, because it's the theme song of the movie." And I'm like, "Oh."
That kind of lets you know what you're in for the rest of the film.
So nobody's taking this movie seriously.
Yeah, they don't give any fucks. This movie is. I feel like if they ranked the importance of everything happening in the movie, it was like puns at the very top.
No, it was. I'm going to make sure these motherfuckers know what I'm saying. You guys are zombies. Then somehow they wanted to sell us this CD. Puns.
Puns is pretty high, though. Okay,
Zombies.
We both agree that puns, very high.
Yeah. Everything else, like this being a zombie movie, is pretty low.
Yeah, yeah.
So they're driving through town and they get back to the dispatch, right?
Sure.
Yeah, so they get back to the police station, small town, and we meet our third cop in the movie.
Chloe Savini.
And she's playing another, Maggie, I think her name was.
Officer Mindy Morrison.
Officer Mindy Morrison. Oh, yeah, Tilda Swinton said it like 30 times. Mm-hmm. And so she was like, yeah, Farmer Fred. And then there's a dead lady in the cell because it's a zombie movie. So that's going to come up. And she's one of my favorite actors because she plays crazy real well.
That's one of your favorite actresses?
I mean, I love when she's on the screen.
I've never seen her before.
Yes, you have. If you look over at IMDb, you've seen her all the time. And so there's a dead lady in the cell. And it's a small town, so the coroner isn't picking her up to Monday or some shit like that. We just know we're going to see her later. It's a zombie movie. They told us that at least. And so, yeah.
I've literally never seen any of the things that she's been in.
Yes, you have. We'll do this later.
Is this the part where we go to the small town diner and we meet some of our favorites, such as Danny Glover and Steve Buscemi?
Yeah. So we get, and I don't like Steve Buscemi as a racist. But he's not been
man.
Sam
okay.
Rockwell.
No. I'm glad. I was really alarmed. I thought you were going to say you don't like Steve Buscemi at all. But then you said as a racist. And then he even clarified to say it's not like he's Sam Rockwell levels. Who had to clarify saying, I'm done playing racist for a while. Nigga, how did you do that back to back? What in the fuck are you trying to tell us? I'm like, I don't think he is racist. I'm just that back to backs.
They don't give him the fucking first and fucking foremost, if you're not going to give me any of Iron Man's greatest villains, Fing Fang Foom, the Mandarin, you're going to at least give me Justin Hammer.
Justin Hammer did deserve better. He was easily the most soulful of the Iron Man's villains.
He's the most soulful of all villains. He really wasn't a villain. He just wanted to outdo this nigga.
Yeah, I mean, he had aspirations. I appreciated him.
Mm-hmm. But he was like he was white. He was white rich. He couldn't beat Tony. But they kind of made him like he was incompetent. No, this nigga made the fucking the bots, and that would have been a great Iron Man movie. The bots that can suck up everybody's power. That would have been a great faceless villain.
That arc was really. I didn't like that arc in the comics.
I liked it when I saw the cartoon because I've never read the comics. That would have been a great faceless villain because that was the Constance of Champion. That's all I'm about.
Well, faceless villains is kind of like that era of the MCU. That was the jam.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that would have been a great faceless villain that steals Thor's powers and then throw it back at Thor and steal everybody else's powers. That would have been a great faceless villain because even though they're faceless, they can really fuck with everybody. You're not just running through them like they're paper tin men. That would have gave them niggas a run for the money.
Yeah, you're right.
It'd have been better than Ultron bots.
Well, I mean, I don't hate that movie, but I'm in the minority.
Mm-hmm. I don't hate the movie either. It's actually a good movie. Watch it again and shit like that. It's just we also see what happened when Marvel was Dark Marvel. Almost killed Joss Whedon Marvel.
R.I.P. Aaron Taylor. Quicksilver.
Yeah, that's his. Oh, I don't know his name.
Well,
Kick ass.
We talked about him like 3 times tonight in every episode.
I don't think I can drop the scouter joke in this thing, and it's going to ruin it. But I'm just going to say it in here. Powers levels over 3,000. 3 times in a row. Woohoo! Bang, 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 bang. That was a fucking airball. But hey, it's in there.
No, you see, tonight we recorded 3 episodes. This being the 3rd one.
And again, I said that joke 4 times actually. I said it 2 times in one episode. 3 of them hit. 1 just missed, so that's 75% from the long range. I'm a Hall of Famer.
Still pretty good, Zubuk, my nigga.
Better than Steph Curry.
I don't really remember a lot of this film. So.
You can't keep saying that.
Right.
I got you, baby.
Please, go ahead.
And so they're in the police precincts, and shit's not working and shit like that. They go to the diner, and we meet Steve Buscemi, Kramer, Farmer Frank, Hank, Danny Glover.
Frank Miller.
Danny
Glover is playing Hank Thompson.
Just because you have IMDb up, don't mean you get to fucking just drop names like you did.
I don't have it up right now. I
yeah.
just committed it to memory.
And so we're at a diner, and Farmer Frank said something racist. Well, no. Hank was like, was it really Hermit Bob that stole your fucking chickens? He was like, yes. He's a fucking hermit, and he's a weirdo. And he said, this coffee's too black for me, because he has a Make America White Again hat, so he's a racist. But he didn't even apologize, so he's really not that much of a racist.
It was mildly funny.
Yeah.
Wait. Can you be a hermit if you don't have a home?
Yes. He has a home. He's in the wood. Hermit means you're like fucking, I don't fuck with you. I don't fuck with society and shit like that. I'm a recluse. It's like a recluse.
That's what a recluse is.
Yeah. But a recluse can stay in their home. Hermits mean they stay in like a cave or some shit like that.
Like a crab?
Yeah. Yeah, baby.
Well, okay, you're right. It's a person living in solitude, possibly as a religious discipline.
He was just done with society. And so let's just say everybody leaves the diner.
It's also a type of hummingbird.
And a crab. Everybody leaves the diner, and there's closing time at the diner. But
did you know that hummingbirds?
No, we're not gonna do this because we gotta get rid of the show.
Hold on. I'll stop doing this. I've been drinking. Did you know that hummingbirds are nature's helicopters?
Okay. So Hermit Bob's in the woods, and he sees that. Okay, so there's also been newscasts that fracking in the polar ice caps has tilted the Earth off its axis, and even just a slight tilt off the Earth axis is terrible. So terrible, it causes fucking zombies. And so Hermit Bob's in the woods one night, and he sees the purple moon.
The moon is slightly discolored.
And then he said, "Oh, that's toxic radiation coming from the moon. That's not good."
He's not only is he a hermit, but he's very in tune scientifically. He's aware that what different colors mean, is able to interpret the meanings.
Well, he saw
which further lets me know how stupid this movie is going to get.
He saw red fungus. He's like, "Oh, you shouldn't be here, baby." And so he sees like some fucking. He's like
an anthill.
Oh, anthill's going crazy. He was like, "Oh, the ants are going crazy, baby. Everything's bad, baby."
Which wasn't in the script. They just happened to see that, and I thought, and Jim Jarmusch thought it was cool.
Yeah,
it wasn't.
Well, he had me believing it, so it felt there. I remember the movie gets stupid to about 45 minutes in. We're still like, yeah, baby.
Zombies are coming.
Yeah. And so two zombies get about the grave, and it's Iggy Pop and some other chick, and they're doing their best zombie impressions, which is not very good.
No, they're not.
And so they run up on the diner, and if you die because of two slow zombies, you deserve to die.
You do.
Yeah. So they break in, and they're like, "Oh, no, it's slow zombies. My worst fucking fear." And then each the one lady, and the black lady has a broom, which would easily have defeated and kept it away from it. But I guess the zombie pulled it out of her hand.
She just kind of gave up and decided to die, basically.
Sometimes you gotta die because you're black. And then the zombies are eating their flesh, but they never. Anyway, so
you're wondering why they didn't become zombies?
Yeah,
I do have some information about the teens later for you, but I'll say it when it's appropriate.
Okay. And so they never get up because they stay in the morning. Also, Iggy Pop loves coffee. That's why he was drawn to the diner.
I don't know who or what an Iggy Pop is.
He's a fucking rock star.
Oh, okay.
He's not Rob Zombie level of. I'm also a creative genius when it comes to making horror gore porn. So popular right now. And so
I'm gonna upload all these episodes tonight.
Don't do that. We don't know when we're gonna do this again.
Okay. I mean, I already uploaded two of them.
You shouldn't have, but anyway. So gotta talk to me, baby. So this is the next day, right? And this is when the comedy kicks in, baby. All the comedy, bro. Woo-wee! I was busting it good.
Yeah, it was like All-Star Weekend, but like imagine that the basketballs were like the comedy. Going into the net.
Well, All-Star Weekend also has comedy shows. That's what I thought you were going to. Shaq used to do it every weekend. Now Boogie Cousin does it.
Yeah, but he's not funny.
No, they host their own comedy shows.
I mean, the Boogie's not funny though.
They host their own comedy shows.
Oh, I mean, is he funny like Shaq was? Or?
Shaq doesn't host the shit. He just throws a comedy show, and has the famous comedies at the time do it. Now Boogie Cousin does it.
Oh,
yeah, he hosts one.
But Shaq is funny though.
Actually, no, Boogie Cousin is actually funny too.
No.
Yeah, and he's a real nigga from the streets. And he's a real Sacramento king right there. Gang, 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 gang.
That's true. Probably listens to a lot of Mozzie.
Oh yeah. He funded his career. And so
wait, did he really?
No. Oh. So it's the next morning and dead bodies are out, and we see some people that needed to get their morning coffee just stunned and crying and shit like that. And they had to be extras looking at mutilated bodies for like 30 minutes because this movie drags. That's what it does do. It drags like a zombie's foot. And so
yeah, this movie is an hour and 44 minutes. I felt every minute.
So Bill Murray gets the call and he drives down and he sees Danny Glover, like, he was like, look here, I didn't kill these people and I'm the only black person in this town. I need you not to fucking arrest me right now. This was happening, going and see, you probably don't want to see it. And so Bill Murray goes and see the bodies ate up and he was like, man, it was like an animal ate it. Maybe several animals. And Danny Glover was like, that's what I said, baby. And then Adam Driver pulls up in a fucking smart car, smashing though. Like you heard the whole battery go, and smashing on the brake like you do an e-brake trying to drift that hoe.
The dry humor did really work for me at that point because Adam Driver, as you said earlier before we started recording, is a big ass man.
Yes, in a fucking smart car,
in the smallest car available.
He's bigger than me, especially when he's Kylo Ren buff. When Ray almost like hey, but she almost physically touched him. She was like, hey nigga, you need to put a shirt on, goddammit. This is a PG-13 movie, and I fucking wet the floor.
I mean, I was soaked as well. I don't blame you.
The force is in my loins right now. And so...
hey, did you know he's from San Diego?
Yeah, that makes sense. And so Bill Murray was like, hey, bro, I don't think you want to go in there. And he was like, oh, shit. You know what that means? I got to go in there. So he takes a look around, sees everybody eating. He was like, God damn it. Looks like some animals got to him. Maybe several. And then, of course, Officer Mindy Flores pulls up in her Prius. They made a joke about electric cars earlier. Anyway. And they told her not to go in there because they knew she wasn't going to fuck with it. She goes in anyway, says the same animal joke, goes and throw ups. And she was like, hey, I want to go because I don't need to be around this shit. I didn't become a small-time cop to see shit like that. And she was like, crowd control.
Yeah, they gave her the job of sending the crowd away, which is roughly 3 people. The film then sets the stage for like, hey, let's meet the other characters in this small town, much like The Simpsons. We meet kids who are in a detention facility. We meet like an owner of a collectible shop who like what does he collect? Like weird things?
No, he collects his like
it's kind of a toy store, but also
a gas station.
Oh, a convenience store that specializes in also in like weird memorabilia.
Mm-hmm. That he sells kids Halloween masks and shit like that. It looks way bigger than all the shit he could have in there, especially if he's selling snacks and shit. And so he pulls up, and then our cameos start to happen. Woo PS pulls up, not UPS, Woo PS.
And our favorite conservative rapper.
Gangster rapper,
the RZA is here.
Gangster rapper, producer. I give him all his credits in the world. It's just, bro, you can't push fucking gangster rap on everybody and then tell us to pull our pants up.
Sometimes you have to forget who you are. They're like, listen.
You know what Master P told me the other day? What? Hey, y'all niggas better stop selling dope. Especially ghetto dope. Stop maybe make crack like this, all right?
I still have that cassette.
The green thing on it? Mm-hmm. It's probably worth money if you really have it. I don't think you do.
I do not.
I think my cousin Marcus might still have all the No Limit covers, and I'm pretty sure they're worth money, even if you just look back to Master P. They need to bring those cassettes back. Those tapes back. Covers back. So Bobby, they call him Frodo because everybody fucking are terrible in this movie because he's a funny looking white kid, and
yeah, that's pretty mean.
Yeah. So they're chopping it up, and he gives them the exclusive like X-Men copy #1, and they're really good friends because he's like, "Hey, bro, this is on me. I respect you. I see you get no pussy. I'm black in this small town. My dick is always wet. I'm also tall and skinny, So you know I'll be getting the big white bitches, bro, because I'll be long dicking them. You seen Pornhub? That's me with an Iron Man mask on. And so he's like, "Hey, I forgot what he said. And I don't know if I can do it." He asked RZA's character, who's a white sage that works for UPS. He said, "Drop a little wisdom on me for the next visit." And he was like, "The world is perfect. Sweat the details." And I really like that line. Best part of the whole movie. Because if you think about it, it's like, bro, we see everything else. It's the small details that fucking make everything good and shit like that. We gotta count our blessings before we start counting our fucking problems. If you count your blessings, you fucking run out of room. Your cup will run a folder. Shit like that. The Lord taught me that. Written by William Shakespeare, the Bible. Greatest playwright ever. Because he wrote that play, not the other shit. Romeo and Juliet's dumb. Unless you read it as Crips and Bloods. Best play ever.
I'm a big fan of the version with John Leguizamo because he elevates everything that he's in.
Yes, he does. He's a really good actor. He just made the mistake of being funny and Puerto Rican. I mean, it was cool in the 2000s. Yeah. So there you go, and then I don't know where we're at. Let's just say
Let's meet Tilda Swinton.
Oh,
just meeting. That's it.
no, I'm just gonna say
Because at this point, they really are like introducing and like setting the stage for everybody. In
let's say the kids. Let's say we're at the juvenile detention center.
Yes, there are.
For some reason, there are colored kids in a juvenile detention center in a small town full of white people.
Mm-hmm. I think this is what happens when you cast blindly. I don't know if he was intentionally being racist, but maybe he was.
So everybody except for
he doesn't see color.
So we got RZA being a UPS driver. Racist. Hank owns a fucking hardware store, Danny Glover, but he's also one of the greatest actors of our time, his time, the time before, and the land before time.
Legend and Bay Area legend.
Yes.
Danny Glover.
Mm-hmm. Father of Donald Glover.
Of course.
Yes.
All the relation.
Yes, all the relation. They're both from San Francisco. Danny, Donald. Anyway, what more do you need? What more do you need? What more do you want from me? Tyrese, 2017. And so the kids are in a juvenile detention center, and they're also watching the news and saying there's outbreaks going on.
And which is my favorite kind of exposition. Saying that the world is going crazy in the axes. Mm-hmm. I believe that's the plural form of fracking. Whole lots of fracking, which is a hot topic right now. And by right now, I mean like 3 years ago.
Yeah, polar fracking too. I like when shit's cracking but not fracking. All right, or even bracking. It depends on what. Damn it, I can't think of cool words to say. It depends on what kind of California I am.
It's okay. It's the third episode of the day.
Yeah,
it's been.
And so they're there just to be there. They don't go up. They don't go down. They don't further plot on. They just say some cool words, and they're all smart.
Do you want me to tell you now?
Well, no.
Okay.
I'll remember. Because now I need that because that'd be cool. That'd be a redeeming quality of this.
Yeah, it is. It is redeeming, actually.
Mm-hmm. And so then we're going to meet Selena Gomez, who's riding, I think, a Pontiac GTO or some shit like that. And she's coming to get gas, and she talks to Bobby, and they're mean, and they called him Frodo. I guess this nigga's short, which he wasn't. He
wasn't, and he wasn't that fugly.
He was just fucking pimply-faced teen and shit like that.
I mean, pimply-faced teens happen, man.
And Frodo wasn't a pimply-faced teen. Frodo got pussy. He owned his own house. All right? He went on badass adventures. Fucking Kate Blanchett almost busted open for him. I thought we had carte blanche. I need you to watch that movie just so you get the joke. Fine, you don't have to watch the movie. Fine. Whatever. I love those movies. I love Channing Tatum, and I love not Seth Green, Joe, the fat guy from Moneyball and Superbad.
Oh, you mean Joe Rogan?
No, that's the
Seth Green.
Seth Green, yeah.
No, that's not his name.
No, that's the other one. Joe something. Anyway, go ahead.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Seth Rogen.
So we meet. No,
that's his friend.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about, but I don't know his name right now. Somebody will tweet us about it. You know, he's in Moneyball. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we meet these teens who are on this wacky adventure, and they're possibly in
sex cult.
Possibly in a sex cult. That's the vibe I got, at least, and that's fine. I'm not judging anybody. Everybody live your life.
Jonah Hill.
Yeah, there we go. We were super close.
No, we weren't at all. We got a J, but we got stuck on colors.
Yeah, so they say
Like America.
Yeah, well, I don't see color, and that's how we solve all of our problems.
Like Mitch McConnell said, "Hey, we had a black president. Reparations done. We put that feather out. We put that fire out in 2008, baby."
oh, you stupid Mitch.
A
Mitch is Mitch, just a Mitch.
Mitch, Bo, bitch. So they're getting gas, and they're just in the movie for cannon fodder. You really got a really handsome white guy. That white guy in the car with Selena Gomez, woo-wee. I was like, hey, I need you to be a hero with your shirt off. God damn, he looked like James Dean or some shit with blonde hair. Then you had a ambiguously black guy with very good dreads, and then this Mexican chick who you guys think is fine or whatever she is. I think she looks like a 2-year-old.
She does look like a baby.
Yeah. Everybody else in that car though, whoo-wee. I'd have kicked her out the car and just,
I know they could easily be like models for like any department store.
All the underwear models. But that one white dude, I was like, God damn, who the hell is he? I didn't know his name. I want to follow his movie. He could be Batman. Yup. Anyway.
Damn, you have no faith in in Bat Pat. That's what the internet calls him now. Bat,
no. You made that up. It's all good. It was a cool name. It was a cool name to make up. It was a cool name. It was good.
I didn't.
You could have said Batterson.
I didn't make that
up. It's all good.
No,
I'm giving you the credit.
No, I don't want the credit.
You're Bat Pat because you're a whole bigger fan because you think Mike Miller or whatever, Matt Miller or whoever's Matt Reeves.
Yeah,
right?
Matt Reeves. Yeah.
You think Matt Reeves is the greatest director ever, even though you've seen all the Planet of the Apes.
You and J Bug really talked me off a cliff when I was like, no, he makes good movies, and like Kean does it really. I'm like, no,
you the one told me not to see the last Planet of the Apes.
This movie was fucking terrible,
bro. And then y'all got mad at me when I was mad at it because there was an ape riding a horse shooting choppers.
That's a big selling point of the movie, but there really was no war of the Planet of the Apes.
No.
Well, your movie is going to be bad if you use of the twice.
Yeah.
But let's get through this episode because it is tumultuous.
Press pause. I gotta pee.
Okay.
And leave that in too.
At this point in the town, the local townspeople start noticing strange happenings.
Right.
The animals are always the first to notice. Mm-hmm. All the birds are flying west, despite it being whatever time of the year that the birds migrate. Mm-hmm. Birds do that at some point.
Okay.
Cats start acting strange, and Steve Buscemi's cows escape.
If you're ever on an island that might have tsunamis or tidal waves, if the animals start running for the hills, matter of fact, if you're anywhere and the animals start running for the hills, go with the animals.
You should probably do the same. Animals always know best.
Yeah.
Like, when in doubt, just do what your dog does.
Like, if you see a bunch of animals heading up for a hill, I'm like, unless, it might be a goat sacrifice and shit like that, and you might summon Beelzebub, but hey, that's the worst case scenario. Best case scenario is you saved your whole family.
That's true.
And you get to go loot everybody's houses.
You mean surviving? Survival skills.
It's like pirating.
Depending on what your skin tone is.
Yeah. Oh, man. That's and so even ladies on GNN with Rosie Perez talking about a cat fucking scratched her, and Butterscotch would never do that to me.
Yeah, I forgot Rosie Perez was in this movie for a minute.
She should have turned into a zombie.
Back at the detention facility, the urban youth, he's the one who detects that there may be an impending apocalypse coming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This movie takes a long time to get to it.
Oh, my bad. Earlier when they were making the joke at the diner, and Adam Driver was like, Bill Murray's like, so what do you really think do it? And Adam Driver, it's in the commercial, he said, you know what? Think of zombies. That's why I wanted to see this movie. Zombie movies don't call themselves zombies in the movies.
This next part...
like zombies is fucking copyrighted by George A. Romero.
It's just that mostly in zombie movies, they don't have any awareness of the concept of a zombie.
But that's wrong.
and it just makes it silly. Like, would you prefer like I want to cite classic cinema film? Yes, cinema film, Dracula 2000, featuring one of my favorite actors.
Taye Diggs?
No, Fuck, I can't remember his name, but he's great.
Joe Buttons? Ty Dolla $ign.
Oh, someone called him this generation's Nate Dogg, and I said, "Shut up, sir. Shut up." Omar Epps.
Oh.
So Omar Epps does have awareness of Draculios in this film.
Nosferatu.
I forgot my point. What the point of that was?
Zombie movies don't ever claim they're zombies.
Yes, they usually
like
don't.
They live in the fucking world without zombies.
Yeah.
So.
Sorry. So my point of contention is, at this point in the movie, they find Bill Murray and Adam Driver find open graves. Mm-hmm. And do you like in zombie films when like people actually like claw out from their graves? Because for some reason I find that kind of goofy.
That's goofy as shit. You know, it's built strong caskets, and
they're built strong so people can't escape. Exactly.
Nigga. A great movie is when fucking Uma Thurman had to one punch herself out of her own casket, which wouldn't work because there was so much behind the casket.
That scene is actually the inspiration for One Punch Man.
I believe it, but she did like 47 punches. But all right. So you see a bunch of open graves, and Bill Murray he's immediately on board. All right, fine, it's zombies, but we can't just tell everybody it's zombies. Actually, yes, you can. You saved a lot of people's lives. Anyway.
So this is the point where like all the townspeople start noticing weird things, including Hermit Bob. And yeah, at this point we finally see zombies. I think it's like an hour and 5 minutes into the movie, like more than half.
We saw Iggy Pop. And so now it's zombie time, right? It's the full moon. Everybody's out. They could have played some Thriller. I don't know if they cleared it, but whatever.
This movie could not afford that.
Okay,
the budget was like $6 million.
Oh, fine. I love this movie. You tell me a budget $6 million, and I chuckled a few times. Good job.
Yeah, like that's enough for me.
How much did it make?
Actually, I'm sorry. The box office was $6.7 million.
And you don't know what the budget is.
I don't know the budget. I'll look it up before we stop recording.
And so it's full on Thriller night. Shit's going down. What's happening?
This is the part where they're about. Oh yeah, the other weird shit is like the sun hasn't gone down at all. Like,
yeah,
it's been like a 20-hour day and the sun has not gone down. Adam Driver and Chloe Savini go home for the day. Bill Murray decides he's going to take the overnight shift and sleep in the cell next door. But then the body that we mentioned earlier reanimates, and she's like Chardonnay, or some. She wants some kind of wine.
You missed it.
I know. We should have mentioned that earlier.
Yeah, but no, she jumps up and Adam Driver. No. Adam Driver goes to the hardware store and he brings all the shit up, and then she jumps in Chardonnay and shit like that. And Adam Driver is like trying to cut her head off with a machete, but it takes him 3 hacks. And then Bill Murray mentions like, "Hey, that was some nice cuts you took. You played minor league ball, right?" And he's like, "Yeah."
That line got a good laugh out of me.
But the neck strength of these people were really all over the place, right?
Well, maybe she did a lot of neck training.
Nah, every time that big ass hunk of a man swung one, he had to take like 3 hacks.
Look, so we talked about this before, and your point of contention is that what's your name's character unrealistically with a flick of a wrist decapitated people. First of all, he had a machete. Second of all, she was a highly trained swords person with a sword, and spoiler alert, which you didn't mention at all for this episode, she is an alien.
Hey, people, you should have spoiled that, all right? People are not going to see this movie.
No. I think this episode is actually better than the movie, so go ahead and skip this movie altogether.
Yeah, we're allowing you guys to skip this movie, and I hope we don't get sued for that.
Jim Jarmusch is going to come out with us with cease and desist.
Yeah, we'll take it down. We will not argue. I'm pretty sure we have a case, but yeah.
You're like, you know what, Jim? Take this to the Supreme Court.
So yeah, it's zombie things.
I can't remember her name. It's not important.
Bobby goes up to Hank and he convinces him that zombies are real. Zombies are coming, but you have a hardware store, so let's board up the front door,
but not the back door. And I think a hardware store is probably pretty safe to be. You have a cornucopia, a plethora, a vast variety of weapons at your disposal.
And any like trying to think about things with whatever. And so everybody's going out. the motel, the guy is looking for his cat. He gets zombie attacked, and then he immediately turns. And the gorgeous kids in the car, they get attacked because they leave their motel room door unlocked, and they deserve to die because...
Well, they get zombified because they had premarital group sex.
Well, no, they didn't get zombified. They get ate.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so...
I'm glad that you clarified.
And so the police get there. For some reason, they wanted to check on the kids, and Adam Driver sees they all been zombie eaten, and so he starts hacking up the kids, and then the lady that's in a full-on zombie horror mill, she's mad that he's decapitating people, and he was like, you just seen if you cut off the head, they're dead, but you're mad that I'm decapitating people, and she's like, well, they haven't turned. He's like, we don't want them to turn.
I think that they're establishing that Mindy doesn't know the rules of a zombie film. Mm-hmm. Adam Driver, that nigga watches movies.
Mm-hmm. Bobby did too, but he backdoors. I guess that's not real. It never happened in the movies.
So I think this is the point after he.
Farmer Fred get eaten by zombies because he's racist.
Yeah, he deserved it.
Mm-hmm. And then the whole thing that Herman Bob sold his chicken, he was eating his chicken. Did
you like that they tried to do something new with the zombies? The fact that when they get decapitated or shot, like a lot of dust shoots out.
Okay, I can understand why they would do that to people dead and that have been embalmed, but I don't know why the fresh people had the.
Yeah, it did. It kind of didn't make sense, but I appreciated them trying to do something new.
The movie.
I know. It's a movie.
Yeah.
The
kids are.
So Hank and Bobby get overrun by zombies in the hardware store.
Because of negligence, and they didn't even try.
And this is the part where the juvenile detention kids, they see like that the zombies have like overrun the juvenile detention center
because they have locks.
Mm-hmm. And they somehow escape, and that they do say that.
No, wait. These are very slow zombies.
Yeah,
they escape by serpentine and not touching them, not engaging the zombies. This zombie apocalypse, nobody would die. You wouldn't take over the world with this zombie apocalypse. Even if they all sprang up at once, you're not taking over the world. You know how... Nigga, I can walk for 24 hours. And all I got to do is power walk like the white people in the mall.
Plus, if you had literally one weapon, you'd probably be okay.
Yeah.
Any weapon.
I mean, it'd get dull after a while. But I'm not chopping through bone, it looks like, so I'm good.
Okay, so now I can tell you the part about the teens. Now that we acknowledge that they escaped the detention center, and that they say that we have a plan to escape. Okay.
They said, I know a place we can hide.
Yes. So the director, Jim Jarmusch, believes that kids are the future and smarter than they're given credit for. So they escape.
Well, those kids were really smart, actually.
So they escape alive.
Okay. Because all they had to do is walk faster.
Yeah. So it kind of makes sense, even though it's kind of a thread that's left open, and the only part of the film that isn't beaten over the head.
And so now we see that zombies are attracted to things they used to do. The hardware guys go to the hardware store. People are walking around with their cell phones talking about Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. And that's when I'm like, oh, the point. We are already zombies. I got it. When you said Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, because they had to make the zombies talk. Because that's...
I don't like talking zombies. I'm just going to be frank with you. Pardon me if you think that's offensive. But I'm going to go ahead and say it, Vic. Mm-hmm. I don't like talking zombies.
I would make a talking zombie movie, but it'd be different. Don't worry. I don't get to make movies. And so, Adam Driver has said it a few times that this is going to end badly. And so they're in the cemetery, and Bill Murray has ruined rule number 47. You don't run over the zombies. You try and maybe bump them, but you try and avoid them as much as you can in the car because sometimes zombies get stuck in your train. And that's what happened. The car's not moving, like he's stuck in snow. And then one of the zombies is the lady cop's grandmother, and she was like, oh no, Graham, I can't take this anymore, living. So I want to jump out and get murdered, get eaten alive, which is, we never put that in our top 5 worst to get,
that's a really good point. We've talked about this quite a bit, and we argue about it a little bit.
Drowning, burning alive.
Drowning and burning alive is definitely in the race.
It's usually our 1 or 2.
It's in a race for the top 2, but now that you mention it, being eaten alive by a zombie horde.
Eaten alive by anything.
Easily number one. Easily. That shit is horrible,
bro.
Because our jaws aren't made for killing; they're made for eating apples, and so it would take hundreds of bites before you die.
And so she jumps out and dies, and so Adam Driver says it again. I told you it was going to end badly, and then this is Tilda Swinton's a ninja. A samurai, and she's a weird samurai, and she knows how to use computers really fast. She sees the world's ending, and so she types up something really computery, and then we learn about it later. So they're at the cemetery, and Adam Driver says, I told you it was going to end badly, and Bill Murray's pissed. He's like, motherfucker, why do you know this is going to end badly? And he goes like, oh, well, I read the script. And I was like, oh.
At this point, I've checked out of the movie. And
he was like, and then there's some back and forth by, oh, Jim only gave me half the script. He only gave me my parts. He was like, oh, he gave me the whole script. And he was like, well, it's going to end badly. We're going to go out in a blaze of glory. And then,
they decide to get out of the car and just kind of kill
instead of walk around the zombie.
They could have escaped, but they decided to die. Yeah. Because they've read the script. Mm-hmm. Which is a little bit, I wouldn't say infuriating, because like I said, I checked out of the film. I'm just kind of accepting that this is bullshit and I'm not enjoying this anymore.
Mm-hmm. And then Tilda jumps in the middle of the crowd and she gets sucked up by aliens because you know what it needed? Aliens.
I'm like, this movie had aliens.
Had everything. But good. And so they're going out. They're killing people. They killed Farmer Fred. He didn't kill Hank. He got mad when he killed Maggie. And then they just get overran because a sidestep.
After they get overrun by zombies, Hermit Bob is kind of like watching from the distance, and he gives like a monologue about how
we were already zombies.
We already were zombies the whole time. I didn't enjoy that.
The end.
This movie sure was a movie. Some of the humor did land, as we mentioned earlier.
Before they said, you know what, we're gonna slap them in their fucking face twice.
It did
break the fourth wall, and then not Jeff Daniels is going to tell me why you guys suck.
It definitely dropkicked.
You know who I thought he was? I thought he was General Four Leaf T-Bag from Tropic Thunder because he had the growly voice and shit like that. That's what I thought he was. I don't know who it is right now, but yeah, that's what I thought he was.
This movie dropkicks you with its social commentary, and I just keep thinking that George Romero did it better. I'm in the same camp you are, Vic. I just like seeing zombie things,
bro. I don't need a. We like terrible zombie movies, bro.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be. Damn, my voice cracked. Going through puberty at 35. It doesn't have to be great. I just like seeing zombie things.
Nick Nolte. I thought that was Nick Nolte.
Fuck, I wish it was Nick Nolte.
Didn't it sound like fucking Nick Nolte, bro? And it looked like Nick Nolte. I thought that was fucking Nick Nolte.
I'm like, Nick Nolte. You know, I could tell it wasn't him because he didn't have big teeth.
No, that's Gary Busey.
Don't they both have big teeth, though?
No. Nick Nolte is just a nigga.
He has regular teeth.
That's Blue Chips, Nick Nolte, bro.
Regular teeth?
Yeah, I really thought that was Nick Nolte. He sounded like Nick Nolte, bro.
Yeah, you're right.
And yeah, this movie was just like, hey, you're stupid, so I'm going to tell you this. You know what? Bright didn't yell at the point of the movie. Bright didn't yell, message.
That's weird to say, and I agree with you on this, actually, that Bright was actually a better film than
Bright was... Bright was racist and then talked about racism, and it was fun. It was stupid. It was fun.
Well, maybe the second one would be better since they replaced the writer with someone less problematic.
David Ayers is problematic?
Have you been on Twitter?
No. David Ayers?
Oh man, that nigga.
He's a blood.
Oh, he's no, not Ayers. He's not the writer. I'm talking about.
David Ayers wrote and directed that movie.
No. There was another writer for the movie. David Ayers.
Max Landis?
Max Landis, yes.
What did he have to do with that movie?
Oh, he wrote it.
You sure? Or David Ayers just directed this movie?
David Ayers directed, and Trigger Warning is his company as well, I believe.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But yeah, Max Landis he's kicked out of Hollywood.
Yeah, David Ayers is a fucking blood, bro.
Gang shit, bro.
Bro, real gang shit, bro. He big swooping, bro. Yeah. We seen it. That nigga got to film in the jungle, and he told them, I'm filming in the jungle. And Bones was like, my bad, dude. I was just like, I gotta let these niggas know, bro, you can't be doing that shit in front of people. Nigga, I got this reputation to keep hold. It's like, my bad. Sometimes I be tripping. You know it is. Big B's, nigga.
Would you go as far to say that no one should ever see this movie? I think I would have to.
No, it's if this was on Netflix, Bright. I mean, fucking. You see how good Bright was received on Netflix?
No, you're right.
Bird Box.
Like, hey, if you got some laundry to fold, put this movie on.
This made all the money if they'd have just released it on Netflix, and that's what it should have been—a Netflix release. We'd have watched this shit and had a good old time. Maybe two animals. We'd have been an inside joke. I did not teach Tilda Swinton being an alien.
So I think going forward, we should assume that we're going to review every movie that we see.
No, never do that. But such is a waste of time.
No,
we were here and we seen this movie. We wouldn't have did this on a regular day.
Probably not. But you should. I still am going to advocate that you watch See You Tomorrow. It gets better.
I mean, I'm going to skip that part. I mean, that's one the best part about Netflix. I can skip 10 seconds till I'm done with the cringy parts.
I just think that maybe I didn't. Mm-hmm. Maybe I didn't expect much, but I was entertained by it.
I believe it is. It got to one part, the part that they was in the bodega, and they were like kissing and shit. I'm like, what the fuck does this have to do with a time traveling movie?
It took a while to get there. It's kind of like this movie. I'm like, listen, I'm here for zombies or time travel. You need to get there.
Yeah, I wasn't here for aliens.
I did not.
Or overt social commentary with subtitles.
The commentary was as clumsy as Dark Phoenix.
No.
Clumsier?
No, I'd watch this again before I watch Dark Phoenix.
Oh, no, I agree with you on that. As far as the high points, like Adam Driver was great, Bill Murray was great.
Mm-hmm. They were great together. Dry. They didn't have to break the fourth wall to make this fun.
No, they didn't.
Especially because that made the ending dumb.
A wacky buddy comedy with them would have been great.
Mm-hmm. Like an old cop. Like if they just whitewashed Lethal Weapon, fine.
Culturally appropriated.
Yeah, they just said, I'm getting too old for this shit. I'm like, cool, whatever. He is getting too old for this. Bill Murray, how old is Bill Murray? That nigga old.
Yeah, he's old.
He's still kicking though. He's not Chevy Chase. He still used to do Hollywood. Bill Murray was in the 80s. Was like, I probably shouldn't say nigga.
He saw that coming. He saw the future. He's like, I'm not going to say the N-word.
I probably shouldn't like make inappropriate jokes around budding stars going on. Also, I just want to say this shit out loud. A lot of people gave Donald Glover shit for hinting that he went to school with Lady Gaga and said, I went to school with people more famous than me and I'm more talented than them. He got a lot of shit for that. Show me where he told the fucking lie.
Oh, no, he is more talented.
Sorry.
When Lady Gaga wins an Emmy for writing and producing a television show, let me know.
Right, produced television show, sings in a fucking falsetto and shit like that, makes great albums, shit like that. Then wins the best. I'm not a big fan of This Is America, but I get it.
No, I agree. It's not supposed to be a good song. It's supposed to be
it's a video, and they was like, damn, I have to put a song in this shit. Yeah, the video's great. I mean, legit.
Plus, it's in the parody of music right now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get it.
And when that nigga's fucking around, he's a better rapper than a lot of these niggas.
Hey, if he did this, no, he did this song with like Bun B, Nipsey, like real rappers. He can rap.
Mm-hmm. He can rap. When he's fucking around with Sway, bro, I was like, and this nigga really was freestyling. He really was freestyling. Not
he did beat off a BlackBerry.
Yeah. Or I want to recite something I've been practicing for 30 years, like I do. He really rapping. They didn't stop rapping and talk about race and shit like that. I mean, to talk about shit. But anyway, whatever.
Got anything else for a wrap up?
Never wrap it up. Shout out to Ric Flair, the Four Horsemen, Lacey Alexander, Lil Mike, rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle.
Musical guest this week is Sky Blue, friend of the show. Check out his projects. He's a good rapper. 2 up, 2 down. I feel like I should say better than good. He's a great rapper.
Yeah, it was kind of deadpan. You might be drunk and tired.
I am both drunk and tired. Sky Blue is dope. Definitely check out his music. And if you do, let him know where you heard it.
Yo, listen up.
Hey, wanna know about me? Every song I wrote in 3D. Trying to stay alive like the Bee Gees. Nature boy Ric Flair. Wrote this in a TP. Never dropped the ball, no PT. Started 05. I'm about to go 10 like my mother named Chi Chi. Believe me, what? How blue?
Inside and outside.
Locally I'm overlooked, still chefing with the cooks. I grew up with the crooks, another show in the books. All them giving me them looks, and one got them shook. You don't know how long it took, man. I be that F.A. Lobotta, creating epic sonatas. Another saga sticking to the script, pour me a job. But they sing a whole lot of nada in the back of my uncle's and father. Learning games to get the cheese, anything for ricotta, I'm sky. I don't rap, no toes, you I can't sky. Ask around and tell you about a boy named Blue Shoes, black, we're about to make moves. Who are you, man? I'm blue. Welcome to the blue age. Fighting cotton mouth, Luke Cage. Need some water, boy, Bobby Boucher. Take another sip, Charlie Ranchers in the Kool-Aid. Paint over the skies, it's a new shade. A lot of rappers suck, but you looking at the new blade. Tune in to the new phrase. What? How blue?
Inside and outside.
Ice colder than winters in Nova Scotia. I'm really rocking the culture. My personality motor. My shoulders hitting a shimmy. My brain a blast. No Jimmy. The heart up and Hemi. Ain't no faking in me. Hear me? Give me what you got. Everybody want a spot. Take me the cream of the crop. Corny and Jiffy Pop. They don't see me online. Wonder did he stop? Out of space, did he bob? Let it knock like I don't rap, no toes, you I can't the sky. Ask around and tell you about a boy named Blue Shoes, black, we're about to make moves. Who are you, man? I'm blue.
Yeah, you better tell him. Yo, listen up, yo, listen up.
Look, not a crip, I don't gangbang, but it's all blue in my mainframe. Gotta maintain dreams on my campaign as I lane change with my main thing. And she ain't a plain Jane. Spreading love as a gig, beanie with the blue hair, ain't a wig. Cards in my hand, vouch when I renege. Place your biz, kid. How blue?
Inside and outside.
They wasn't ready for that amount of spaghetti. I'm feeding you in a Chevy. They like, nah, now you petty. I'm steady as I can nelly. I realize Rover already running with the tongue out. Ed and Eddie. This Machiavelli mixed with tribe. They like soul is alive. Words I scribe are abstract. Waters deprived. I ain't shucking and jiving. Strive for greatness. I would advise. Skies arrive like I'm blue. I don't rap, no toes. I paint the sky. Ask around and tell you about a boy named Blue Shoes, black, we're about to make moves. Who are you, man? I'm blue.